Hello fellow football connoisseurs and welcome to the Quick Take. In today's video I'll be talking about the potential rumour going around linking Brighton's Evan Ferguson with a loan move to Chelsea, along with revealing the release clause for Maatsen, which is actually fantastic news, providing an update regarding the Premier League's financial findings regarding Chelsea, and ending by analysing a quote from Xabi Alonso. Lots to get into.
Before I continue, I would like to quickly remind you I am running a giveaway with OwnASaber.com where at 15,000 subscribers you could be in with a chance at winning the King of London lightsaber, the perfect saber for every Chelsea fan. 3 participants will be chosen and all you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel and check the pinned comment down below for more information. And with that, on with the video.
We're just going to jump straight in with Simon Phillips reporting Steve K9KS1 TV, of course, incredibly reliable source. Chelsea have inquired about taking Evan Ferguson on loan from Brighton until this summer. Now, of course, Chelsea have been linked to a number of strikers this January window, including this in goal. Chelsea are exploring the possibility of signing Karim Benzema or Roberto Firmino on loan in a bid to address their goal-scoring struggles. And of course, I did talk about the Karim Benzema news yesterday, but today we are focusing on Evan Ferguson. This is a deal I absolutely cannot see happening anytime soon. Why? Why would Brighton loan a striker they want £100 million plus for 6 months away in the summer to, I want to say a rival at this point. They're basically a rival. We do not like Brighton. I'm sure they're not too happy or not too keen on us with Chelsea having taken so much from them, including Graham Potter, Paul Winstanley, Moises Caicedo, Marc Cucurella. You know, they were good players to them, and we've just nicked them. Although we did give them Billy Gilmore, and we refused to sell them Levy Colwill. So actually, no, there is quite a lot of animosity. Evan Ferguson to Chelsea, I know it's the thumbnail, and I know it's going to be the starting thing in the title, but I absolutely see this as a nothing burger story, and I want to cover it. Absolutely no chance. In fact, I was having a look at his FB ref here, and there's nothing that really stands out significantly. You know, you look at goals, 0.47, he's in the 67th percentile for that. The only things he really stands out for is shots on target, which is at 51.7%, at 95th percentile, which actually isn't that bad. So he's fairly accurate in front of goal. Pass completion, 97th percentile. Nothing really going on when it comes to goals and shot creation. Highest stat when it comes to defensive shots blocked. So he's doing some tracking back there, obviously. Times tackled during take-ons, 0.47. That's in the 88th percentile. Nothing too special there. And aerial duels lost, 1.32 per 90. That's in the 88th percentile. Other than that, he's not really blowing the competition out of the water when it comes to assists. He's had 0. But as I said, absolute nothing burger this story. So we move on to the exclusive story coming in from Fabrizio Romano. Exclusive story on Maatsen, new deal at Chelsea confirmed. Contract until June 2027 agreed. Release clause has also been confirmed. Clause worth £35 million starting June of 2024. Final decision always up to the player, now on loan to Dortmund. Fantastic news. £35 million. That is great. And add that to the Lewis Hall money we'll be getting from Newcastle come the end of the season, which is around 28 to 30 million pounds. So right there through Maatsen and Lewis Hall, that's 65 million pounds. You know what that gets you? That gets you Benjamin. For that alone, you could get Alphonso Davies, a perfect replacement left back, of course, one of the best left backs in world football right now, and you'd have spare change left over to maybe buy, I don't know, Gabriel Moscardo, who is also in the news, surprisingly. Gabriel Moscardo's move to PSG may be off due to the midfielder needing ankle surgery, and Chelsea may have a second chance at signing the Brazilian. Chelsea are, of course, doing business in Brazil right now for another wonder kid. His name is Estevão Willian, also known as Messinho, wanted by Barcelona. However, it does seem that Chelsea are the only ones able to afford his €60 million price tag. And of course, there has been widespread condemnation regarding Chelsea and, of course, Man City's financial conduct. Of course, Man City do have 115 charges laid against them. Chelsea have been found not to have broken profit and sustainability rules and are safe for another 12 months. Forest and Everton have been charged by the Premier League. Of course, there's been a lot of confusion regarding the view other fans have regarding Chelsea's financial movements in these past few months, let's just say. A few months. £1 billion spent on incomings. Of course, we have had a lot of outgoings. Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, Mateo Kovacic, just to name a few. Aubameyang. Who else have we sold recently that I'm forgetting? Kalidou Koulibaly. You know, these players We spread out payments to other clubs through amortization. A lot of this goes on for 7, 8, even 9 years in some cases. I think the Enzo Fernandez deal has a year added on, and in that time we can spread out the cost of those massive payments. So really, we owe, so if I had to guess, 110, 150 million pounds a year in terms of amortization and payments to other clubs, and we have done that so far this season. Of course, with the sales I've already mentioned, Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, Mateo Kovacic, those deals have kept us afloat. And of course, come the summer, we will have the likes of Ian Maatsen money coming through, Lewis Hall. Who knows, we may sell another academy product. We may even sell Conor Gallagher if we can't get a new deal sorted. However, before I end this video, I would like to end it with a quote from Xabi Alonso. This is coming in from Vince. Xabi Alonso on last summer signings: Grimaldo, 28 years old, Xhaka, 33, Hoffman, 31, and Victor Boniface, 23 years old. Imagine this in a Spanish accent. I think that signed very strategic players to give us stability, reliable players to help us be more efficient and more consistent, rather than players with ups and downs. They are very consistent, and that gives you the possibility to stay in the race for Bundesliga title. Of course, he's speaking nothing but facts here, and I think this is where Chelsea have gone wrong, because we have sold basically all of our experienced players, bar Thiago Silva, bar Raheem Sterling, and then arguably brought in players like Disasi, who may be a bit more experienced than someone like Levi Colwill. But the age of this squad and the experience of this squad is very well balanced, where you can have a Xhaka in the team, and then you can have a 2021 very early 20s Florian Wirtz sitting ahead of him, and the pressure's not all on Wirtz because he's got a stable midfield of Xhaka, Palacios, Andrić behind him. He's also got stability on the wings because he's got Frimpong, who is young. I think he's in his early 20s as well, 23, 24 years old, but he's also got Grimaldo on the other side. Stability. This is what the big clubs have. They have players like Real Madrid, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric. You got players like Anton Rudiger. You have stability. You have experienced names that can bring maturity to the side and takes the pressure off of the youngsters to be the ones to perform. And if they are going through a spell of bad form, then they got more experienced players and players who will be more consistent to help prop them up and make sure that their mistakes aren't at the downfall of the club's results going forward, which is what's happened to Chelsea this season and what's happened to Chelsea for the past few months, even at the tail end of last season. Inconsistency because the squad is still young and there's nobody there to really take the helm and bring the club forward using their experience on the field. It's all down to the youngsters who aren't really prepared for that level of football. And so that is why I do believe bringing someone like Karim Benzema over Evan Ferguson, even though the Evan Ferguson deal just makes absolutely no sense, would make more sense because he's far more experienced. He knows exactly what he's doing. He is reliable as anybody, and he would bring sustainability and he would bring consistency to our attack. But yes, very wise words from Xabi Alonso, and hopefully in the summer, maybe we do evaluate the manager market and maybe we are somehow able to convince him to come in, and maybe he does bring in that voice in that boardroom. He does persuade the owners to, hey, this team needs stability. This team needs evening out. It's too young. You need experienced names in the midfield. You need experienced names in the back line. You need experienced names in the attack. You need a squad filled with youngsters. You need a squad filled with experience. You need that perfect balance. But that about wraps up today's video. Again, I don't want to waffle on too long, even though I've probably waffled on far too long. I've been the Quick Take, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.